somebody's going to come after some of your money,
Mm.
right? And so that's why they have like holding corporations and corporate veils and
Mm.
things. So it's like a seven structure, I call it. Some people like this, some is like this, seven structure.
Yeah.
So you take the corporation that you're going to use with no specific name, because remember, SIC codes, they're going to look at the SIC code. So if you lock yourself in a specific name, they're going to say, we don't like that, or maybe we like that. So don't lock yourself in the name.
Mm.
So you make, if you notice, Starbucks doesn't mean coffee.
Right. It's not in the name.
It's not in the name. Like Walmart doesn't mean cheap clothes,
Mm.
right? Sony doesn't mean, well, televisions or appliances. Let's say one more. Let's say, how about Apple?
Mm.
Apple doesn't mean computers because they know better. That's why they do better, right? So they don't lock themselves in a SIC code, a specific name. So the first thing is you say ABC Inc. Something means nothing,
Yeah.
right? Once you name it, that means nothing. That's going to be the C in the seven structure in the corner of the seven. Then you're going to have protection at the top. Somebody's coming after your money. So you're going to have the C Corp, then you're going to have the holding corp that holds the assets. So you're going to write a letter and say, everything we own belongs to you.
Mm.
And you notarize it. Now you're straight. So they can say, well, I'm suing you. Well, okay, that's fine. But you're not getting any assets. You're not getting, because we don't have any. It all belongs to them. And we made that agreement prior to you talking about suing me.
Wow.
So that's what they call a corporate veil. Then there's a super veil because we have a micro and a macro. So are we going for the baby money, which is our micro? Everybody should know what's going to get them that 1.5 mil so they're an accredited investor. But everybody should say, this is $1 billion world. They got a guy named Floyd Mayweather.
Mm.
He fought for 40 minutes for almost $1 billion. This is not 1965 what's $1 million is a lot.
Yeah. Being a millionaire is not a flex anymore.
That's nothing. That's not a flex at all. So right now you have to have a micro and a macro. So what is your macro idea?
Mm.
What's the idea that's going to get, like Dr. Dre? This guy, and I'm talking about people who come from modest beginnings. That's why I'm naming it. This guy sold earphones for $1 billion.
Mm.
$1 billion. You got people coming on your show, the billionaires,
Yeah.
right? So that $1 million is played out. So why would anybody think they can't be a billionaire? Because they don't have the knowledge.
Mm.
So what they do is look at the other people and applaud them, or they get jealous.
Right.
Well, don't hate the game. Don't hate the player. Learn the game and be a player.
Mm. I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what we need to know is after somebody comes for that big money, I'm talking those guys hopping in the Range Rovers, hopping out, those black suits and 4 or 5 lawyers coming for your money.
Yeah.
Now you take the C Corp, write a letter, notarize it to the holding corp. You have Bank of America Holdings. You have, everybody's got a holding corp that knows any better. Now you write from the holding corp to the trust, which is inside or outside the jurisdiction of the United States, and that's going to be your super veil, and all the shareholders in the holding corp goes into the trust. They go into the trust. That's a super veil. That's what I teach, like basketball players and football players, and people a lot of money, right? And so that's what you call your seven structure. So your seven structure should be there's many structures, but that should be your basic structure. Now your C Corp with no specific name. Now you take your LLC and you put that underneath your C Corp as doing business as DBA. Now you can name that anything you want. And you can have as many of those as you want.
Wow.
So that's basic seven structure. But people don't understand the difference between the companies. So the LLC is limited liability. Who's going to give you some money and you talk about you limited? So, and that goes underneath the C Corp.
Mm.
And you notice I'm saying C Corp because that's the mama of corps. Next, people will go in and say, I have a S corporation. Hey, I hit the lottery. I love your business. I want to invest, Well, you make money, I make money. Let's go. If I lose money, you lose money. Let's go.
Mm.
Well, hold on. I don't want to be a part of the company. I just want to invest. Well, I got the perfect thing for you. I have an S corporation. So people get S corporations. They don't know what it's for, but that's what it's for. If you don't have investors, why do you have an S corp?
Mm.
Right? And that's not specifically for getting money either. It's for investors, right? So people do the S corp, they do the LLC as a pass through. Maybe they want to help out in taxes because you pay one tax bill instead of, tax on the corp because it's a person.
Yeah.
And tax on the LLC and tax on yourself. So that's a pass through, right? But pay your damn taxes. Stop running from taxes because the tax guy or woman and the bank, they're cousins.
Mm.
So when you go in and pay your tax, they say, okay, been a good guy. Now take this over to my cousin and let's see if he can give you more money. Because they believe me when I tell them you paid and you made this money. You can have financials, you can have whatever you want, okay? But if you have taxes, they believe them. Okay.
Wow, I didn't know the IRS was working with banks like that.
Oh, they're cousins. I mean, if you go and file your taxes, 4506Ts, that's what the bank wants. You can get those credit cards, with no doc, stated income.
Wow.
That's $100,000 to $500,000.
Damn.
But after you do the credit card, you got to file your taxes, 2 years of taxes, so you can go full doc.
Mm.
Full doc gets you that $500 million, $2, $3, $5 million.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you after this. I just filed my second year returns.
Man, you ready to go?
Yeah.
So what they do is they say, I'm hiding my tax money. I'm not paying this. If you pay me in cash, then I can give you a break on this. And you better pay the taxes because the bank is going to say, how much money are you making?
Mm.
If you're making $10 last year and you made $20 this year, that's great. Then we see you're making money. We see you're making money. And so there's a lot more to it. But they had a guy named Donald Trump.
$0. Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.